So hi there, this is Jules Beck. I lead the Syniti business across Europe and Africa. And I'm speaking to you from my new office here in the attic of my home in South London. And I wanted to tell you a story about something that's happened in my family fairly recently and how I think it might relate to some of the challenges and opportunities that each of you may be experiencing in the business world today. So the coronavirus just got pretty personal for my family and me. On Sunday evening, my 21-year-old daughter returned from university just as the UK government was doing a full shutdown of not just the universities and schools, but all businesses, restaurants, and social gatherings. And usually when my daughter comes home, it's a great opportunity for me to give her a hug and a really warm welcome. And actually it occurred to me that in 21 years of her being in our lives, I have never not given her a hug when I've seen her to make sure that she's okay. And of course, this Sunday was different. No hug, just a hello and a wave and a smile. And then she had to go up to her bedroom, and she's currently under self-isolation for at least the next 7 days. Separated obviously from the rest of her family. And so we've quickly had to find different ways to connect while we're physically separate. And initially it was really, really hard because, as we've all discovered, just talking to somebody isn't enough. Talking doesn't convey how we're feeling and what we want to say to stay connected. And so over the last few days, we found other ways to connect. We're using a lot more social media. There's been a lot more FaceTime, that's true. There's been an explosion of emojis and sharing of short video clips. We've been playing a lot of virtual games as a family from different rooms. And we've even started to send each other little messages on Post-it notes, which we stuck on doors and fridges, etc., just to tell each other how we're feeling and what we're thinking about and what's going on. And what I've discovered is that while we still very much miss the physical connection, these new ways of working are driving actually, in many ways, far greater connection and discussion between us as a family than probably we had before. And it may even be helping us make better family decisions and have more enriched discussions. And I tell you this story because the same appears to be happening in our working lives. The coronavirus has forced us all to relook at how we interact with colleagues and clients and partners. And we're not just adapting our approach to work, but also using different ways to stay connected, make decisions, and of course, remain productive in our business. And like my family at home, Syniti colleagues are finding really creative ways in which to remain connected, and certainly by leveraging our knowledge platform to help in this process, it is even leading to better decision making and better collaboration. And a really good example of this is we've established, as many companies have who work across the globe, global communities to be able to drive cross-region thinking and decision-making. And previously we would talk about sharing knowledge in these communities and sharing best practice. But invariably the truth is, if we're honest with ourselves, the focus would end up being quite regional. And now I get a real sense that distance should not define these conversations, and people are beginning to recognize that. And by using data and insight from our knowledge platform, and obviously alongside really effective communication tools, we are becoming a truly people-centered global company, and in turn more inclusive and a more effective business. And I guess I sense that as we come through this crisis together, we're going to see real lasting changes in the way we live our lives and how we work together. I hope you found this useful. Please remain safe and remain connected. Thank you.
Syniti. infinite potential unlocked.